What's up YouTube, and welcome to the next episode, the next edition of Insider Terms. I haven't done this type of video in a while on YouTube, but basically what it is, I take a couple definitions in the world of wrestling and I break it down, explain what they mean, give you an actual definition, that way you actually know what it is, you're not having to use context clues. Last time I did one of these, I talked about marks and smarks and all that kind of stuff. I'll leave a link to that video down in the description. As well as the one after that, I broke down what a Grand Slam champion is, and basically how that works and it forms in the WWE system. That video will also be in the link down in the description if you want to check those out. But in this one, I pulled a couple more words in the world of wrestling that you may not know, or you have an idea what they are, but you're not really sure, and I'm gonna explain them to you. First off, we're gonna kick off with the easier word, something you probably do know already, and that is a rib. A practical joke played by or on a wrestler. It's like Swerve, and it's probably like a lot more intense and possibly painful. A lot of people probably hear the word rib a lot because they watch Being the Elite, but I'm gonna give you guys an example of probably one of the most serious, could cause some health concerns when it comes to a rib. So back in the day, bona fide WWE Hall of Famer, he should be in the Hall of Fame, he should be put in next year. I still don't know why he's not in yet. The British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith, around that era of wrestling as is now is documented, a lot of the wrestlers back in the WWF and just in general in wrestling partook in the world of drugs, and especially when it came to anabolic steroids. So Davey Boy Smith wanted to hop on steroids, but he really didn't know how to inject it and stuff. So he asked his tag team partner, Notorious Ribber, the Dynamite Kid, if he could help him inject steroids into, his body, where the steroids usually go. Your butt. Dynamite Kid took the needle and, hit the cheeks. That sounds wrong. Over a few weeks after that, whenever British Bulldog would walk into the locker room, all the wrestlers would just start mooing at him. Like he would walk into a room and everyone's just like, moo, moo, like a cow. Yeah. So British Bulldog's like, yo, what the f? Why is Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan and King Mabel mooing at me? It turns out eventually one of the wrestlers' wives told Davey Boy Smith's wife, who's Diana Smith, that actually that Dynamite Kid had been injecting milk into the British Bulldog's cheeks. Talk about lactose intolerant. The next word comes from our friends down in Mexico. It's called, and excuse my American accent of sounding like I just came off the barnyard, but the next word is exitico. I don't know if I said that right. I take French. A wrestler, typically a Mexican luchador, who competes in drag. Fair enough, if you're wondering what's drag, it's basically, a dude that likes to dress up in like women's clothes, They're just doing them. Let them do them. If people can go out there and buy a Supreme brick, wear a wig, lipstick, dress. Who cares? Don't let anyone tell you that you don't look good in a wig, because I definitely know you look fabulous. But basically what it is basically just like a wrestler that wrestles in drag, That's their thing. An example of this in America would probably be Goldust. He got paid for it, former Intercontinental Champion. Hey, sometimes you gotta put on a wig. The next word is dusty finish. A finish in which the face appears to have a big win, but the decision is later reversed by the referee due to a technicality or interference. The dusty in the term refers to Dusty Rhodes, who booked these type of decisions in the WCW and NWA. CM Punk defended his WWE Championship against John Cena at Night of Champions. At the end of the match, John Cena looked like he actually won it, even though after he held up the title and is all declared that he was new champion, he actually didn't win a championship because he had his shoulders to the mat as well, which called the championship match to be a draw, and CM Punk kept the title. Next up, and I know for a fact no one has heard of this because I didn't even hear of it. If you know it, then good for you, I guess. Next up is a lemon. A wrestler who is not over with the audience and is perceived as a failure. I already know what you're gonna say. Here's Jason Jordan. As Adam Rose once said, don't be a lemon.
Or you a rosebud.
He is. Probably should have took his own advice because, he's a lemon. Next up, I know you've heard this term before, definitely New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is called a gaijin, a non-Japanese wrestler. Kenny Omega is the top gaijin in New Japan Pro Wrestling. In a couple months from now, Chris Jericho will be a gaijin. Also, other really famous gaijins in New Japan Pro Wrestling would have to be, obviously, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan, MVP, Juice Robertson, Matt Sydal, Ricochet, Will Ospreay, the Young Bucks. There's so many people I can go over. And the last one, I know you guys may know it, but you also like, what is it again? This one is a ring rat. Similar to a groupie, one who frequents wrestling events to pursue sex with wrestlers. Picture this, WrestleMania 6. Hulk Hogan wasn't married at the time, was he? I hope not. I'm gonna use him as an example. In the middle of the Pontiac Silverdome, not Superdome. Silver. He's so upset he lost his title. Ultimate Warrior is now the Intercontinental Champion and the WWF Champion. But as he's leaving the arena, he sees a couple of ladies. And they're like, Hulk Hogan, even though that you lost, you can still win. And he's like, oh, brother. Also, the last time you really heard this on a WWE television show was the 2015 season of Tough Enough, where Sarah Lee was called out in front of all the judges of being a ring rat. You can tell by Daniel Bryan's face, he was like, oh, man, that must suck. You just got called basically like a hoe in front of everyone. But yeah, guys, this video, if you really enjoyed, hopefully you learned something about some ring rat wrestling terms. Make sure to take the like button, strap a rocket to it, and push it to the moon. I don't want a bunch of heat, so please don't dislike it. But thank you guys for watching the video. If you really enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe. And we out.